Could you imagine if that happened? I mean, the roles were reversed. What they would be doing to my father right now if Mike Pence had a son that was Hunter's age, that was embezzling, that was effectively taking insane amounts of money from adversarial countries at the behest of the American people, blowing taxpayer money because there was some kind of, I mean, could you imagine if that was happening? They would be camped outside my father's house. They would be up in telephone poles with binoculars. They would, and you know what? He gets a free pass. Where is Obama? By the way, where's Hunter Biden?
Yeah.
But where is Obama throughout this whole thing? This is insane, Janine, right? I mean, the kid makes $1.5 billion, $1.5 billion from China.
And China doesn't give up their money easily.
He got kicked out of the Navy. He got found with a crack pipe. You think China, some of the smartest people in the world, are going to give a troubled kid $1.5 billion?
So then where does Joe Biden get off being so pompous and above it all?
Well, you know what? I think American people are going to see that. He is pompous, and they are above it all. And if I was doing the same thing that family was doing, I'd be in jail. Like,
that's right.
Why is it that every family goes into politics and enriches themselves? We're the only family.
Yeah, to lose money.
We stopped doing deals when my father became. He was a businessman. We are business people. We stopped doing deals when he went into politics. Guess what? All of these kids, they started doing deals when their family went into politics, and it's sickening.
Well, that's it. The end of irony. It is gone forever. And yes, in case there was any doubt, this is Eric Trump, the son of Donald Trump, complaining about the children of politicians enriching themselves. I could be in a coma and still have more self-awareness than Eric Trump has in this moment. Now, Eric Trump repeats the White House's smear campaign about Hunter Biden getting $1.5 billion from China. Only, and I know this is going to be tough to believe, that's not accurate. Here's what actually happened. Hunter joined the board of Chinese firm BHR in 2013. In 2014, the fund sought to raise $1.5 billion in capital. Again, this wasn't a $1.5 billion check into Hunter's bank account. He was working on behalf of a private equity company to raise capital. Hunter did ultimately take a 10% stake in the fund in 2017. Now, not only did Hunter receive zero compensation as a board member, not only has he received no return on his investment since becoming an investor, but let's think long and hard about who was president in 2017. So if you're Eric Trump and you're claiming Hunter used nepotism to supposedly enrich himself in China, maybe, just maybe, you might want to actually make sure his dad was still vice president first. Eric Trump then goes on to complain to Judge Janine that every family that goes into politics enriches themselves. Now, he clearly isn't speaking about his own family, even claiming that his family stopped doing deals when his father took office. So let's take a look at the ways that the Trump family definitely, totally isn't enriching itself while Trump is president. Since he took office, Trump passed a tax cut that'll likely save him $15 million a year. He amended the estate tax that'll likely save his kids $4.5 million. The Trump family still owns and profits from the Trump Organization, which, despite a pledge of no new foreign deals while Trump's been in office, has seen more than $100 million in real estate sales during his term, including selling a $33 million stake in a federally subsidized housing complex, which had to be approved by HUD Secretary Ben Carson, selling $3.2 million worth of land in the Dominican Republic, and selling more than $1 billion worth of luxury residential units built by the Trump Organization. Jared and Ivanka themselves made $82 million just last year alone, including profits into the millions from the Trump kids' stake in the Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C., which has become a way station for foreign dignitaries looking to curry favor with the president. And that includes the Saudis booking 500 rooms to the tune of $270,000 just after Trump's election. As of today, Ivanka Trump has been granted a total of 21 trademarks from the Chinese government during Trump's term. Now, you might remember Ivanka branded products from when Kellyanne Conway violated federal ethics rules by using her position to start hawking Ivanka's clothes on air.
This is just, it's a wonderful line. I own some of it. I'm going to give a free commercial here. Go buy it today, everybody. You can find it online.
Or maybe you remember them from the press release that the White House issued to journalists promoting Ivanka's branded gold bracelet, starting at $8,800 and going up to $10,800. Or maybe you remember them from Ivanka's RNC speech, which Ivanka herself wasted no time turning into an advertisement to start cashing in on. Because what else would our federal government be if not just one big commercial for the president's daughter? In fact, while the Trump kids gallivanted around the globe to uphold their promise of not pursuing foreign business deals while their father was in office, American taxpayers covered the cost of their security. According to NBC, taxpayers paid over $97,000 for a trip to Uruguay, over $53,000 for a trip to Vancouver, and over $16,000 for a trip to Dubai. And that was just to name a few. But hey, it's totally normal for our tax dollars to cover security costs for independent business people, right? And the list goes on and on, from taxpayer-funded trips to the Trump Organization's Dunebeg Resort, to our military being rerouted to Turnberry, to Attorney General Bill Barr paying $30,000 for a holiday party at the Trump International Hotel in D.C., to the Secret Service spending over $500,000 on golf cart rentals. To say that this family has enriched themselves while Trump was in office is the understatement of the century. The Trump family not only traffics in hypocrisy, but has used American taxpayer dollars to line their pockets to a degree never seen before in US politics. So the fact that the right is actually pointing to nepotism right now, when Trump's own kids are making themselves into millionaires multiple times over, day after day, would be laughable if it wasn't so sickening.